So it's only a couple of days before the release of EA's next Star Wars title hits the shelves, and the hardcore fans have already got their pre-orders paid for, but there's a lot of people sitting on the fence wondering whether to drop the $40 for this title or not. Well, what if I was to tell you there's two cheaper than retail price options to getting your hands on this game, and more amazingly, there's also a way you can play the whole game in full VR for around $10 more. Hi, my name's Yao G. I hope your day's been a good one so far. So first let's deal with getting the game. Everywhere is offering the game for around the same price, £35 or $40, the PS and Xbox store, Steam and the EA store. But EA, the makers of the game, have two membership schemes available for a number of the titles, including Star Wars Squadrons. Basically what this means is if you wanted to just trial the game, then for $5 you can sign up for 1 month's EA Play service, which will give you 10 hours of gameplay to wet your taste buds with, and I'd say that's probably enough time to get a really good feel of it. They then offer you the title at a reduced discount rate of 15% off, so in the end you would pay less for the game than it was originally priced at for retail. The second option gives you the full access to the game and is EA Pro service, which costs around £15 or $18 for a month subscription. Now, we all know that there's going to be no more DLC content after release, and what you see is what you get on release day. So most people should be able to more or less clock this game in a month's worth of gaming. And then, of course, you'd be left with a few days to try out nearly 100 other games in their list. Also, unless you're an avid fan, do you really think you're going to come back to this game after the first month's hype? Obviously, the one caveat of these options is you won't receive the pre-order bonuses, but then I'm assuming if you choose one of these options, you're probably not bothered about a few extra cosmetics. Okay, so now for the VR bit. If you go on Steam and check their pre-order for Squadrons, they're mentioning something very cool, and I'll quote, "The VR mode for this game requires the use of a gamepad or keyboard and mouse." Meaning that if you have Oculus or Hive headsets, you're still going to need a gamepad or keyboard and mouse to play it with, and not the expensive VR controllers. But more importantly, this means that using a cool bit of software costing only a few dollars, a mobile phone, an optional gamepad, and that cheap phone VR headset you bought years ago that's collecting dust, you can now enjoy this title on release day in full VR without forking out hundreds of dollars for a soon-to-be outdated headset. Now, I'm not going to give a full install guide here or anything, as everything is pretty simple to set up and there are tons of guides all over YouTube covering setup already. Just to say that there are two options available here that I've tried out. There are other apps available, but I haven't personally tried them out. Of the two options I have tried, both work in the same principal way of sending the VR picture from your PC to your phone screen, either wired or wirelessly. Both have free trial versions available and both cost around the same price. They're both very easy to set up and offer advanced features for setting frame rates, picture and stream quality. And in the tests I've done, both work flawlessly with Steam VR. The first iVRY is available from within the Steam store and only works with games optimized for Steam VR. There are, for example, games on Steam made solely for Oculus, and these will not work with iVRY. But as we're doing this just for Squadrons, this shouldn't be an issue. The second option is the big one. Rivkat's VRIDGE works just as well as iVRY in Steam VR with no problems, but unlike iVRY, boasts the option of playing other game formats, including Oculus Rift and Go games and many others. Now, I have tried this briefly and haven't had any success in getting them working as yet, but VRIDGE offers a lot more. It also offers inbuilt multiple control options, such as turning an Xbox controller into two Hive or Oculus controllers, giving it the potential to work with a lot more games than iVRY. On top of this, it has an option to integrate a program called Moonlight, which offers streaming in 120Hz, which is pretty impressive, seeing as the $400 Oculus Rift only produces 80Hz. Providing your phone can handle the output, of course. Happy days for those S20 owners. The good thing about all this is that everybody owns a mobile phone, keyboard and mouse, and probably a gamepad if that's the choice these days. So my advice is go and try it all out in trial mode and see if it works. Decide which app you prefer, and then if you get it all up and running and don't already own one, look for a cheap VR phone headset for the full setup. Double check you're happy with the app when the headset arrives and get ready. You can even try it all out right now by downloading a free flight sim game on Steam called DCS WORLD, which uses what will probably be very similar controls to Squadron on release day. So there it is, you've still got a few days left before jumping into your cockpit alongside Red 5 and taking down some TIE fighters in full VR. And all that for less than the price of a normal full AAA title. So there we have it, a couple of cheaper options to get your hands on the game and a way you can play it in full VR also for cheap as chips. I really hope this video has been, if nothing else, entertaining and maybe also help you make a decision whether or not to get off the fence and buy this title, or at least give it a go when it comes out. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, all the good stuff, hit the like button, subscribe for more and hit me in the comments. Have a great day, take it easy and bye for now.
War's over, Imp.
Come in. Calling Titan Leader. Gray, do you read?
It's not over yet. Not for me.